Why do you treat me this way? You are so cruel.
Cruel? No, just awake.
Only the blind call the man with open eyes cruel. The truth cuts, but it doesn't apologize. Illusions deserve slaughter, not sympathy. Is this how you treat your girlfriend? I want comfort. If you wanted comfort, your tears would be silent. Yours are loud, too loud. They scream, they demand. That is not grief. That is a weapon. And I do not fall for weapons disguised as weakness. Listen closely. In this video, I'm going to reveal 14 Nietzschean psychological truths that will allow you to strip any woman bare, not her body, but her mask. Whether she's smiling at you, testing you, or crying before you, each truth is a knife, cutting away the costume until what stands exposed is not her performance, but her reality. Nietzsche once said, "Truth is rarely spoken directly. It comes wrapped, twisted, hidden. Especially from women. Her words are not a signal, they are a smokescreen. Think of this. She says, 'I'm fine.' But her voice cracks. Her arms fold. Her eyes dart away. The costume doesn't fit. Her body leaks what her words try to bury. This is your first law: never trust her words. Trust her contradictions. Does her laughter come with a clenched jaw? Does her agreement sound like it was rehearsed? That is the soul of Nietzsche's cruelty. Speech is a mask, but bodies are traitors. Understand this: life is theater. And women are its most dangerous actresses. Tears, laughter, silences, these are not always raw storms of feeling. Often, they are staged productions. Ask yourself, who is the audience? If she cries loudly in public, glancing sideways to see who notices, you are not witnessing pain. You are witnessing control. Real sorrow is private. Performed sorrow is bait. It wants to bind you, guilt you, twist you into orbit. The rule is merciless: do not measure emotion by intensity, measure it by authenticity. Is it wild, uncontrollable, unplanned? Or is it calculated, directed, tailored? One enslaves you. The other frees you. Nietzsche knew humans hide their desires in drama. Women are masters of this disguise. But no mask is perfect. Contradictions always bleed through. Picture this: she swears, "I don't care about him anymore." Hours later, she stalks his profile. She says, "I don't need anyone." Yet erupts when you don't reply in minutes. These are not mistakes. They are cracks in the mask. And Nietzsche's law is clear: truth lives in contradiction. What she denies most violently usually owns her. The mask slips, and the predator sees what the prey is trying to hide. Do you want to know her real desire? Stop listening to her words. Hunt her contradictions. There, naked and trembling, you'll find her truth. And beneath all of it, beneath every word, every tear, every touch, there is one law: the will to power. Nietzsche's blade cuts deepest here. Women do not only love. They anchor, they bind, they dominate. When she clings to you, whispering, "I can't live without you," do not melt. Ask instead, is this affection, or is it strategy? Is she securing you as her possession, her orbit, her resource? Men who believe love is pure sugar are devoured by the iron beneath the velvet. To truly read her, weigh the balance. Does her love free you, or chain you? If it chains you, understand, you are not her man. You are her prisoner. Nietzsche warned of another trap: projection. What you think you see in her is often nothing but your own shadow. If you are insecure, her silence will feel like rejection. If you are jealous, her kindness will feel like betrayal. She becomes your mirror. And many men destroy themselves by attacking their own reflection in her. But the awakened man, the predator, knows better. He sees past his own projection and past her mask. He watches contradictions, measures authenticity, strips away theater. He sees the will to power. And once you see that, you can never be fooled again. You wanted the blade. Here are the next truths: 14 merciless instruments to read any person instantly, to cut through pretense and find the kernel of desire beneath the costume. Truth 1. Words are costume, body is confession. Never take language at face value. People script their lines. The body improvises. Watch microtension behind a smile, the hitch in breath, the angle of the feet. Those tiny betrayals are the only honest things left in civilized theater. When speech and body quarrel, bet on the body. Truth 2. Contradiction is the fingerprint of truth. What she denies with fury often rules her quietly. The more violent the denial, the more likely the hidden truth. A person who screams independence while monitoring another's every move, there it is, the truth they'd pull the curtain to hide. Contradiction is a confession without words. Truth 3. Authenticity is messy, performance is neat. Genuine feeling is uneven, sudden, and ugly. Performed feelings are polished, timed, and theatrical. If a display looks like a rehearsed scene, treat it as strategy. The authentic will catch you off guard, the staged will always ask for witnesses. Truth 4. The will to power hides in tenderness. Affection is often the velvet glove over an iron hand. Asking, clinging, I can't live without you, these are anchors. Measure whether the tenderness liberates or restricts. Love that asks you to shrink is not love. It is ownership wearing aphrodisiac. Truth 5. Projection blinds the hunter. You will see what you bring. Jealousy paints flattery as betrayal. Insecurity finds rejection in neutral silence. The predator steadies the sightline. Test your assumptions. Remove your shadow and then read the other's shadow. Truth 6. Tests are the true language. People don't always say what they want. They test. A delayed reply, a sudden flirtation, a petty slight, these are experiments. Track what they test for. Do they test for loyalty, dominance, resources, or validation? The test reveals the currency they trade in. Truth 7. Scarcity and abundance are ornaments and weapons. Someone who constantly hints at scarcity, I have no time, I'm hard to get, is selling you control. Conversely, abundance is quiet. Real abundance doesn't need to announce itself. Those who manufacture scarcity want you chasing. Those who possess abundance let you choose. Truth 8. Public displays are theater. Private patterns are law. Don't be dazzled by spotlight behavior. The true architecture of a person shows in routine, how they treat bar staff, how they keep promises, how they speak of their past. Patterns outlive performances. Record the small, repeated cruelties and kindnesses, they are prophecy. Truth 9. Triangulation reveals the throne. When another name, another person, another app becomes leverage, understand, they are building a throne. Triangulation is not confusion, it's a ladder. Whoever is used as ballast is either currency or camouflage. Notice who they compare you to. That comparison tells you the role you play. Truth 10. Apologies can be architecture, not remorse. A real apology is immediate, specific, and unpaid. The polished apology that arrives with conditions, timing, or audience is a repair manual, not a confession. When apologies come with expectations, they are offers to restore control. Truth 11. Status tests are thinly veiled demands. Who they introduce you to, how they speak of you when you're absent, the subtleties of tone when you win or fail, these are status tests. People who profit from your elevation will promote you. People who profit from your dependence will diminish you in whispers. Truth 12 Investment exposes priority. Attention is currency. Time is truth. Where someone spends attention, there their value lies. Grand announcements without follow-through mean nothing. Small daily investments reveal devotion. Sporadic grand gestures hide fickleness. Count minutes. Minutes are ledger entries of the heart. Truth 13 Mirror and mismatch, mimicry and friction. People who mirror you quickly seek rapport, sometimes to bind, sometimes to con. The subtle mismatch, a micro-gesture out of sync, a delayed laugh is where the real attitude glints. Learn the baseline rhythm. Then any deviation becomes a shout. Truth 14 Baseline beats spikes. Measure the baseline, how they are when nothing is at stake. Spikes of passion, fury, or generosity are noise unless the baseline supports them. A person whose baseline is small and petty but whose spikes are grand is a storm machine. Beware the storm merchant. You now have the framework 14 knives, each honed to reveal motive, sovereignty, and deceit. Use them like a surgeon, quick, precise, unsentimental. Watch for patterns. Set traps of your own, small delays, neutral responses, unflinching baselines. Let the other reveal themselves against your calmness. This is not advice to play cruel games, it is instruction in clarity. Once you see the machinery of pretense, you stop being fooled by it. You stop being a target. You become the one who chooses. You now hold the truths like daggers. But knowledge alone does not crown the predator. You must wield them, test them, press them into the flesh of reality until illusion bleeds. Step 1 Hold silence like a weapon. The weak drown in chatter. They rush to fill the void. The awakened man does not. Silence is not emptiness, it is pressure. Hold it, and watch them squirm. The mask cracks fastest under silence, because silence demands authenticity. The faker always rushes to fill it with more performance. The genuine will sit with it, unafraid. Step 2 Reward nothing but authenticity. Do not chase the performance. Do not flinch for the tears that scream too loudly. If emotion reeks of theater, turn stone. When authenticity leaks through the tremble in the hand, the unscripted slip, then, and only then, acknowledge. In this way you train reality itself. Performance starves, authenticity feeds. Step 3 Set traps with questions. Never ask directly. Ask sideways. The liar rehearses answers to expected questions, never to the unexpected. Instead of, "Do you love me?" ask, "What did you resent most this week?" Instead of, "Are you angry?" ask, "Who did you envy today?" These questions bypass the costume. They drag the unconscious into light. The truth is never prepared for ambush. Step 4 Track pattern, not excuse. Do not be hypnotized by individual apologies, bursts of affection, or storms of rage. One flower does not make spring. One apology does not change the soil. Watch patterns. The pattern is the law. A liar will sometimes tell truth. A coward will sometimes act brave. But patterns never lie. Step 5 Withdraw to reveal dependency. The most ruthless test is absence. Remove yourself. Delay response. Step out of orbit. Dependency always screams when its gravity weakens. The independent one adjusts. The dependent one lashes, panics, manipulates. The truth of attachment is revealed only when you step away. Step 6 Name the contradiction. Most hunters watch contradictions and smirk. But the predator speaks them out loud. To confront the mask directly is to rip it. Say it, you say you don't care, yet you keep returning to it. The moment contradiction is named, the weak collapse, the strong retaliate. Either way, you see the core.